Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Kiera. So I'm coming to you with your Pisces season collective reading. I typically do pick a cards, but I decided to just go ahead and start combining them into one reading for the collective. So these messages are meant for multiple people. So if a message does not resonate with anything that you have going on in your life, simply leave the message where it is because it might be a message for another viewer. With that being said, I hope y'all are doing well coming into this Pisces season. I hope you had an amazing Aquarius season. At the time of me filming this video, it is Aquarius season, and so far so good. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this reading. So I do have the Modern Witch Tarot deck here. We also have the Letters to a not Letters to a Starseed. The book is called Letters to a Starseed, but this actual deck by Rebecca Campbell is called the Starseed Oracle, and the artwork is by Danielle Noel. We also have the Moonology Oracle deck that's by Yasmin Bolin. This, if you have watched any of my previous videos, this is one of my favorite decks. I love the Moon deck. Like I said in one other video, I am going to be purchasing the other Moonology deck that she has. So yeah, I will, if I can remember, clip the decks that I'm using down below in the description box, because just in case you want to purchase for yourself. I find that this deck right here is very hard, not hard, very easy to learn the meanings of. It's just typically the moon phases and certain like, I guess you could say, quotes or meanings to each card. It's really easy to understand if you wanted to get into reading an oracle for yourself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. I do have me some lavender stress relief tea. Now this is my first time putting sugar in this tea. By the way, I will clip the timestamp of the actual reading and when it starts if you don't want to hear me ramble on, but I normally don't put sugar in this tea, and I did it today, and it's actually really good. I also have a lavender incense going right here, so maybe you guys may be feeling called to connect with lavender or something like that. I don't know why I chose a lavender incense, and then something told me just to make some tea, like stress relief tea, because I didn't want to be on edge while reading, because sometimes I find that I can kind of get antsy when it comes to like doing pick a cards, or not pick a cards, just collective readings in general. So I decided to get me some tea. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and move these decks right here, and we can go ahead and get into your reading. This is going to be a live shuffle. I did not pre-pull these cards today, so this is going to be a live shuffle. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cards out the way and then figure out which deck we're going to be pulling from first. I think I want to start off this reading with the Moonology Oracle deck, because you know it's my favorite, but I'm really feeling called to use this deck first anyway. But overall, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're having an amazing start to coming into this Pisces season. This video probably will be out a little bit before Pisces season starts, so I hope y'all are doing well overall. Life has just been a little bit chaotic for a lot of people, I feel like, but I hope that's not the energy of this reading, by the way. Okay, there we go. So we have two cards that came out so far. So the first card that came out is the answers you need are coming. This is full moon in Gemini. So the answers you need are coming. And then we also have your commitment is being tested. So just with these two cards right here, I'm feeling that some or maybe all of you are going through a phase where you are looking for answers to solutions to your problems. You're looking for something to come through for you. You're waiting. I feel like you're waiting on some type of communication, some form of communication to come through, because Gemini is the sign of like communication and things like that. I feel like you're waiting for some sign to come through that everything's going to be okay, or you're waiting for an answer back from someone or something. Maybe it's a job that you applied to, or some type of career curve that you took, or maybe even just reaching out to, for some reason I'm getting a like, it could be relationship related. I don't feel like it is, but it could be. If this is the message for you, it could be relationship related. But in this sense, I feel like your commitment is being tested in whatever area that it is for you. And I feel like the commitment that is being tested is your patience. And I feel that you need to be more patient with yourself, be more patient with just everything in general when it comes to this issue or the answer that you're waiting for. Maybe if you receive answers a little bit faster than what you need to, or like if you rush the answers, you're not going to get the answer that is meant for you. You're going to get a rush response. Like, let's say if you're starting a project and you're trying to complete a project, and it's just one thing that you're waiting on to complete this project, and you're rushing it, constantly rushing it, you may get something that is not of its best interest for you or this project because you're rushing it. So with these two cards, I just feel like just slow down, take time, breathe, and don't give up on what you have going in whatever area of life it is for you. Don't give up on it. This Pisces season, make sure you stay committed because your commitment is being tested. And yeah, so just make sure you're halfway through. Like with this first quarter moon, you're halfway through the process of whatever you're going through, whatever project you have going, whatever issues that are arising for you this Pisces season, you're halfway through. And just hang on a little bit longer, or just wait out a little bit longer for the response or the answers that you need. I'm going to pull some more cards from the Moonology really quickly just to see if we have any more messages coming through for some viewers that are watching this video. Comment down below what your zodiac sign is if you're watching this video. I would love to hear your zodiac signs. I am a Scorpio if you didn't know. Scorpio, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, and Pisces rising. I typically would be so scared to tell people what my rising sign is, but I don't know. Like, I just don't care no more. Okay, so this is a time to give rather than take, a new moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. So just adding on to that message, it's a time for you to, instead of wanting to take the answers and just get everything and receive everything that is coming to you, it's a time for you to give back to something else. Like give back to someone else, a cause, maybe to your community. If you're waiting for a response for, like, let's say a job, let's say you apply for a job. I think I used that example the first time anyway. Let's say you apply for a job and you're waiting for a response. Instead of just sitting there waiting for that response, maybe it's time for you to do something else, like in the community, that can help other people instead of always looking out for yourself. Like, because I feel like these answers that you're waiting on is something that's going to benefit you. But what is something that you can do that can benefit others? Because you'll notice when you do good in the world, good will be returned to you. Whatever you put out into the universe, it will be returned back to the sender eventually. Same what goes with negative energy, positive energy, just good things, bad things. Whatever you put out into the universe is going to be returned back to sender eventually. So what I'm seeing for this is a time for you to give back to something else, like maybe give back to someone else, another cause or something like that, in order for you to start receiving your blessings. Because I feel that you are so focused on you receiving what you need, but do you take the time to sit out and figure out what others need as well? I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to go in with the Starseed Oracle. I have not used this Oracle deck in quite some time. It's been, I would say, months since I've used this Starseed Oracle deck. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I feel more connected to the Work Your Light Oracle deck. But the moment I reached for, that was a bad shuffle. The moment I reached for the Work Your Light Oracle deck today, I just was like, grab the Starseed. So maybe these messages is gonna be some messages in here for you from this Oracle deck, because I typically run from this deck. I don't know why. It's just like I don't resonate with it a lot. And it has the most beautiful pictures and descriptions and cards, but it's just so hard for me to resonate. Okay, so we have doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. And this card is so freaking beautiful. So I feel like with this card connecting to all the messages that we had previously, I feel like the answers that you need is right there. It's literally right one step away, two steps away, walking through that door, walking through that portal, walking through a shift in your reality, I feel, is what's waiting for you. But I also feel like you need to decide if you're going to stay where you are or if you're going to continue and push forward. And I feel like in a sense that this is talking about, are you going to stay and keep on taking without giving back, or are you going to do what this card say and it's a time to give rather than take? And also I feel like in a sense that your commitment is being tested. I feel like in some sense that you guys need to become a little bit more organized with your thoughts, with your actions, with your plans, and things that you do have planned for your future. Because we do have Virgo here. Virgo is all about Virgo is about planning. I feel like Virgo is all about being strategic with your plans, with your thoughts, with your actions. Just making a plan. I feel like it's time for you to make a plan so that you can pull through and get through these obstacles that are put in your way. Like, when I say obstacles, I mean like your commitment is being tested. So anything that's thrown into your path, you will be able to overcome it because you have a plan. You have a plan A, B, and C, or you know if this doesn't work out, you have this option to go to. And I feel that once you get that set schedule down for yourself, or that that set routine down for yourself, it's going to be easier for you to understand these answers that are coming through, because maybe even these answers are right there in front of you and you don't see them because you're not looking for them. You're looking for other solutions to your problem that you don't even need. Like, the answers that you need are right in front of you, and if you take the time to give into just opening yourself up to receive these answers instead of looking for other answers that you don't need at this moment, you'll be able to see what's right in front of you. The doors will be opening right in front of you, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this was right here all along. This passion for me was right here all along. This relationship was right here for me all along, but it took me this long to see it. And I think that is some things that you can look out for this Pisces season. And we also have the card, the weight of the world, boundaries, let go. It's not yours to carry. And that kind of represents what I just said about just, looking for answers that you don't need in this moment, looking for answers that you want instead of the answers that you need. I feel like it's time for you to release and let go of that. And with setting boundaries, I feel like it's setting boundaries with the schedule that you set, setting boundaries with yourself, most importantly, because when you set these schedules, you have to have boundaries and guidelines for yourself. Sometimes it's not necessarily always the people in your life that you need to set boundaries with, but sometimes you need to set boundaries with yourself and know when you are able to sit out and have fun, when you're allowed to sit and scroll on your phone. If you don't have certain tasks complete that you need to be getting complete, or just certain jobs that you need to get done, then you need to focus on that first before you start to have fun and play. Focus on what is important so that you can get to where you want to be. And I feel like everything is tying back to your commitment, your dedication, your ability to get it done, your ability to see things through. And just always remember also, it's not the end of the world if a certain plan does not work out the way that you thought it would work out, or the way that you planned for it to work out, because in all actuality, the universe knows what's right for you. And sometimes in the moment of trying to plan things out for yourself, you won't even know what exactly is right for you. And it'll take for you to bump your head or, make mistakes to figure out, okay, I can't go this course, but I can go this course. Like basically correcting the direction that you're headed in. So just basically let go of perfectionism. Create those plans, create those schedules, but if they don't go as planned, it's okay. But as long as you stay committed to the task, committed to the journey, committed to what you have planned, committed to the process, you will start to see that everything that you deserve is going to be rewarded to you. Everything that you deserve is going to start coming through for you. And everything that you pretty much desire in this world is going to start making its way to you, but you also have to be open to receive it as well. If you leave yourself too blocked off from certain, blocked off from certain answers that you're looking for, you're not going to receive them. If you feel like that's not the answer that you're looking for, then you're not going to receive it. So you just have to be open to all possibilities and not just so rigid and stuck in one way and stuck in, this is the only option for me, this is the only way that this is going to work. I feel like the overall message for y'all is dedication, structure. I'm feeling a sense of your motivation, your dedication, the structure in your life, and making an actual plan for your goals that you have. And we did just have this card, the Magician, come out from the tarot deck. And with this card, I just feel like everything that you need to make your dreams a reality is already within you, and you don't need to look or outsource anything. And like I said, the answers that you need are already there, but you're not looking for the right answers. You're looking for the answers you think you need instead of the answers that you know you need. Everything in this card, as you can see, she has every single element in this card: the pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords. Everything that she need, or he need, is in the card. It's right there in front of you. You have the power to create the reality that you want. You have the power to live the dream that you want, the dream life that you want. You have the power to make it all come true. But it's all about, being dedicated to getting it done and not giving up on yourself. I feel like this is more passion, career related for a lot of you. So I am in a second going to clear this space to do more of a love. I feel like doing a love reading for y'all today. So we do have the Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles can be about collaboration, working with others, community, just asking for advice from some other people, or maybe even giving advice to other people that need it from you. And connected with these two cards connected with this. It's a time to give rather than take. Connected with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like it's a time for you to give back, or you help someone else out instead of just looking out for yourself, like I stated previously. And this is not to say, like I said, to weigh the world on your shoulder, to wear the weight of the world on your shoulders. But if someone is in need of help, it is time for you not to strictly just focus on your goals that you have planned, because if you be selfish, you can't expect people to support you if you don't support other people. Like, you can't expect for even the universe to show up and support you if you're so stuck in your own ways and you're so stuck and focused on what you have and not helping other people. And it's so crazy because we are coming out of Aquarius season, where Aquarius is about the people, it's about everyone. It's just not about yourself. And then speaking about your dreams, like, your dreams sometimes come true with the help of other people. Sometimes it's not just you on the path of your dreams that gets you to where you need to be. Sometimes it's those friends, those family members, people that you probably would never know that you would ever meet, that'll help you get to where you need to be when it comes to your dreams and the goals that you see for yourself, the goals that you set for yourself, most importantly, because you can't really achieve goals if you don't set goals, or at least you won't appreciate them. Sometimes you can achieve goals that you didn't set for yourself, but I feel like the most goals that you will appreciate is goals that you set and hit the mark for. So we also have the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, I'm feeling like slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Not rushing it. And that's even when commitment is being tested. Just trying to get things done fast is not the best option for you. Slow and steady wins the race. And when you once you realize rushing through projects, rushing through ideas, trying to do everything on your own, you're not really moving any faster. Rushing your process, you're not moving any faster. Everything is still going at the pace that it should be going for you. You're not gonna get any further moving faster than you would if you took your time and perfect things a little bit better, or make things a little bit better. Not like perfect them, because perfection is what? Nothing. Perfection means nothing when it comes to creative ideas. I feel like there's no perfect way to do anything, but do know that just slowing down and taking a moment to figure things out and figure which direction you want to head in is going to be best for you coming up this Pisces season. Don't try to rush through any plans. If you have any what can I say, projects, not even just projects, what word am I looking for? If you have any I guess tasks, projects, anything that comes up in your life, any obstacles, any I can't even think of the word I'm looking for right now, but if you have any plans or anything that comes up, any things that comes out the blue, any task that comes out the blue, the best thing is to not rush through them, just to take your time through it and allow yourself to process everything look at everything from the bigger picture. Figure out how can you go from this step to this step without rushing yourself. Okay, we're going to get one more. Okay, there we go. I was going to get one more tarot card, and then the Four of Swords. This is a card of rest, a card of just taking the time out mentally to rest. Like maybe you have been going at this for so long that it's time to give yourself a break. A time to give rather than take. It's a time to give yourself a break as well. So for some of you, it may be a time for you to give yourself a break and to not rush yourself. I feel like even with the Weight of the World card, just looking at this now that this card has come about in your reading, not even focusing on the definition, when you look at this, it looks so relaxing that she's in this like body of water and she's just so relaxed and calm. And I feel like in this sense, there's like more stress, it's more mentally exhausted, and it's like not that the swords are in you know, pinned her down, but they're pointed down at her, like they're keeping her down, they're keeping her or him or, you know, they, whoever, stressed about a situation. And I feel like just not wearing that burden on your shoulders. Just give yourself a time to take a break. Give yourself time to just be, and just allow yourself the time and space to be able to come up with new creative ideas instead of rushing into a new idea every time a new one comes about. And that probably could have been what I was trying to say earlier, but I don't know. But even like, I feel like with the Three of Pentacles is about creativity, and, you know, in the Magician, you have everything that you need to create, but sometimes you can't get things done when you rush through them. Because when you rush through them, no matter how much you get done, you'll hit a brick wall from burnout or something like that. I don't. Allow yourself the time to think things through. The two zodiac signs that we have in this card is the Gemini and Virgo, and Gemini and Virgo are both Mercury ruled signs, and the Mercury is all about communication, writing, speaking, thinking, anything that involves those, you know, core things is what this is for you. And to wrap up this portion of your reading, I feel that the overall point to your reading is just to not allow your thoughts to get in the way of your actions. Do not rush into things because you feel pressured or you feel the burden of every thought racing in your mind. Allow yourself to calm down and center and ground yourself. Ground yourself in the moment so that you're able to give back to yourself. And the moment that you have that little peace of mind, you'll be able to see, like I said before, the answers that are meant to come to you, and you'll see a clear vision on the direction that you are going in, and you'll understand that you don't need to rush through your projects. You don't need to move too quickly based off of a rushed emotion or a rush of adrenaline that you receive because your anxiety is taking the best of you. Not saying that you have anxiety, but just in some sense people do have, like, even including myself, have anxiety. So just allow yourself to breathe through, allow yourself to just sit with what you do know to figure out what is best for you next, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this reading right here, and then I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you guys when it comes to like what's coming in love and things like that for this Pisces season. So welcome back to part 2 of your reading. Let's go ahead and get into some what's coming for you in love. This is going to be very quick and brief. I'm going to pull a few cards for love, just to kind of give you a little bit more encouragement through this Pisces season. I feel like the first part of your reading was more mental and thinking and things like that. So we did have 2 cards to come right out for y'all. A time for healing. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. So just, I don't know what it is with you guys right now or what the collective is going through. Maybe this is like the cards are coming out. So Don't let pride get in your way, and a time for healing. And I feel like those cards kind of speak for itself. Like, maybe you are playing tough guy, tough girl, whatever the case, and you're not allowing yourself to heal properly because you feel like you're not allowed to, feel emotions. That's what I'm getting from that. Like, you're not allowing yourself to feel through what your emotions are because you feel like it's not okay for you to feel grief or sadness or, feel like down or whatever the case. That tea is so yummy, y'all. So let's get some tarot cards in here for y'all. Some more clarifiers on what is coming in love. So maybe some of y'all are healing from a past relationship or just a past hiccup in your relationship. That doesn't mean that you are single or you are going through problems in your relationship. If you are in a relationship, this does not mean that you're going to start experiencing things in your relationship. But I feel like there's something in your relationship, if you're in one or if you just got out of one, something in your past relationship that you are healing from or that you're not allowing yourself to heal from. And we just got the Seven of Pentacles that came out. So I feel like this can also be healing things financially when it comes to your relationship. So if you are in a relationship, this may be healing financial debt or something like that, or not appreciating what you have worked for in your marriage or your relationship, or maybe you and your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case, have been building at this for so long, or and you're trying to see the rewards of this relationship or the rewards of something. Okay, split message. I feel like some people are looking for the rewards in a relationship, but they're not seeing it there. And I feel like you guys are either you or your partner is expecting more out of the situation. And I feel like maybe you feel like you're putting in a lot of work, but they're not putting in enough work. And this is, don't let pride get in the way. Don't let your big ego get in the way of what is really, really right for this relationship. Maybe it's just not the season for the other you or your spouse to be up right now. Maybe it's the season for them. They're going through a down season, and it's time for you to be there for them, a time for you to heal what they're going through, just as they would do for you. I feel like this is a message for learning to appreciate what you have in your relationship instead of looking for it elsewhere. And this message can go for you or your partner. It's just learning to appreciate what they have, what you have, instead of looking for something somewhere else. Heal what you feel is broken, even if it's just a little bitty crack. Heal it anyway. My words are jumbled, but if it's a little bitty crack in your relationship, heal it anyway, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the same amount of work if you go elsewhere. So don't let your pride and your ego get in the way of apologizing, saying, I'm sorry for not being there for this situation. I'm sorry that I overspent for these occasions when I shouldn't have, and things like that. Let's get some more cards on how can the viewers watching we also have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like someone has checked out emotionally when it comes to this situation. I feel like someone is checked out emotionally. Maybe you are the someone that is not appreciating, or someone is just not appreciating what the work has been put in this relationship. And I feel like someone is choosing to walk away from it. And maybe someone is letting pride get in the way of this relationship. Someone is like, I don't want to walk away from it because I put so much work into this. But on the other hand, someone is like, I'm done with it. I'm walking away from it. I'm washing my hands with this. I'm going to heal and move on. But someone is not ready to heal and move on. And it's time for you to do so, because you can't move forward if you continue to stay in the past. And that may be a different message for somebody else, but that's just what I got from those cards. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. So we also have giving back, being generous, being, loving, warming, kind, being able to give to someone else. And this could be like I said before, not being stuck in your ways and letting pride and ego get in your way to where you don't want to give back to the person that is hurting, or you don't want to. I feel like someone is hurt, and maybe someone is trying to avoid with the Eight of Cups. I feel like someone may be trying to avoid the situation at hand. Maybe someone is trying to avoid the whole situation. Like, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to communicate. They don't want to heal through it. And this is the other person in the relationship. You know exactly which person you are. This is the other person in a relationship that is, kind of like, dang, I keep trying to water this relationship, grow this relationship, but it don't seem like they care. And in reality, someone doesn't care right now. And I hate to say it, but I'm being completely honest. Someone does not care about healing this relationship, and someone is putting in all the work to this relationship. So if you are just like starting out talking to somebody and you see that they're not putting in the time and energy that you are putting in, girl, it's time for you to get back to, or guy, whoever, it's time for you to get back to yourself. Maybe it's not meant for you to give back to them, and they're letting pride get in their way. They don't want to work through it, and they're walking away. This message is going everywhere, okay? But this is the message. And instead of letting pride get in your way, you're deciding to get back to yourself. You're deciding maybe even this is you, but this will be you once you decide to walk away and just leave everything where it is. I feel like, I hate to say that, but for some people, you may be starting to experience the ending of a relationship. And I hate to say it, but you may be starting to experience the ending of a relationship from the simple fact that you're putting in too much work and they're not, or vice versa. However the story goes. And then we also have the Four of Pentacles, and this is, like holding resources, holding on to things that you've built or that you created or that you generated, like wealth, financial stability, things like that you have built over time. And that kind of ties into the message of you wanting to stay because you've worked on this for so long. You wanting to see things through. You want to heal what has been broken, but someone is not wanting to do that. And I feel like it's time for you to feel that same energy. It's time for you to give back to yourself instead of giving to a relationship that is not meant to give back to you. And don't let pride of losing what you've built get in the way of what you can rebuild for yourself. I'm gonna get, I said I was gonna get one, and then the card flew out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and this card kind of like snuck out when I was shuffling, just like before the reading. But we have the Wheel of Fortune, and when I think of the Wheel of Fortune, I think about what goes around comes around, what goes up must come back down. So all the energy that you are putting into this relationship, all the energy that you are putting into yourself, it's going to be returned back. And I think I said this previous in part 1 of your reading, where I stated whatever energy you put out into the universe will be turned back to the sender eventually. If you're putting out good energy will be returned to you. If you're putting out bad energy will return to you. Like if you're sitting here dogging and gossiping about everybody else, that will be returned back to you. Or maybe people will start talking about you. Like if you're doing good, you're speaking highly of people, then people will start to speak highly of you. I'm a firm believer in what goes around comes around. And the karma that someone will feel will be felt. That don't even make sense, but I feel like it did. The karma that you are, the energy that you are feeling will eventually spin the wheel, and you're not going to be feeling it anymore. You're going to start to feel good about everything. You're going to start to see what you was giving, someone is going to be giving back to you, and it's not going to be the person that you expected it to be. So this message kind of took a turn. So maybe this message is more for people that are in situationships, I would say, because this doesn't seem like it was a long-term relationship. It could be a long-term relationship, and maybe it's the ending of a relationship that you were just in. But as far as love is concerned, I feel like this is for people that may be in situationships. I feel like if you can see the red flags of this man or this girl or whatever the case, and they're not giving what they're supposed to be giving for you, or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing for you, it's not satisfying you, it's not pleasing you, it's making you feel like you're putting in everything and they're not, then it's time for you to walk away from it. And that is the message that I have for you this Pisces season, or some energy that you may be feeling. That is what I have for you. I hope you enjoy this reading or these messages. I know some messages may be not as fun as others, but always remember, You are in control of your reality. Your life is your story and no one else's. So you have the options to choose which path and which direction you go down when you go down it. But that is what I have for today, or for this season, Pisces season. By the way, happy birthday to all the Pisces this season. Celebrate, have some fun. And yeah, that's what I have for today. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will catch you in another video. Thanks so much for watching.